It's crazy too. I was having a conversation with someone about my political positioning. When it comes to like actual politics, I'm probably left libertarian.
More people should. On Tim Pool.
Well, I'm obviously the man for that.
Slappercat. This is gonna be terrific.
You may have heard Tim Pool recently traded in his beanie for a Yushchenko.
Where did you get this information?
It seems that Timmy has been used as a Putin propaganda puppet when he accepted a highly lucrative non-exclusive licensing deal for his Culture War podcast. The amount of money Timmy got is very suspicious and he probably should have known better, but doing little to no reading and research is a feature of Timmy and not a bug. And if you want proof...
No problemo.
I'd love to be in a presidential debate so I can just be like, I want to abolish Social Security.
Just there you go.
It was a bad idea. And we can clearly see why it was a bad idea.
So he has a strong position, and in my opinion, this level of conviction should at least come close to equaling the amount of effort put into researching the topic.
Sound fair enough?
And I say this as many times as I can. I just read the news and opine on it. Your issue with my take on Social Security is just because I read The Atlantic and Forbes that day. And they were wrong, I guess. I don't know.
You are pathetic.
The issue I have with Timmy's take is he relies on third party to inform him instead of going to the source of the information to properly understand it. He doesn't even know if the news articles he read are right or wrong, and he has no curiosity to find out any more information, and that should worry anybody who trusts him on important topics.
CNBC, trust fund reserves used to pay beneficiaries are projected to become insolvent by 2035.
Well, what does that mean? When the trust fund runs out, what will payments be?
I don't know.
Are you serious?
I don't know.
First, Timmy brings up CNBC, and that's not what he cited. Second, the answer to Sam's question is literally in the second paragraph, and that's why I'm confident in saying he doesn't read articles fully or properly. And I've seen the proof in this video where he suddenly closes tabs because what he's about to read disproves his point. The next few clips is why some people trust...
I look at this establishment press, this behemoth, constantly lying to people. But I think we're all biased. And so that's why I always tell people you can't just watch me.
Good idea.
I think we all try to be as honest as we can. These big corporate channels are trying to survive. They don't care about honesty.
He says some of the right things, but he also uses the corporate channels that don't care about honesty and established press that constantly lies to form his quarter-baked opinions.
Now, the left lies. The media lies. And there are some stories that give me pause because I think the media lies. I think the media wants to manipulate you. The media lies. They lie. That's why I don't trust the media.
But you do expect us to trust you when citing the untrustworthy media on Timcast News.
That is a good one, LOL.
Did you read the indictment? It clearly says that I, as well as the other personalities, were victims. We were deceived into licensing our content to them.
Timmy definitely is the victim in this situation, but on the bright side, he can wipe the tears away with all the banknotes. If you're a regular viewer of Tim, I'd like to know how you'll continue to trust his judgment when he insisted on $100,000 for something that obviously isn't worth it for the people paying him.
Here's the funny thing about all of the people claiming that we're getting paid by Russia or whatever. That's not true. RT employees were covertly funding a U.S. company publishing thousands of videos in furtherance of Russian interests, and it is presumed that company is Tenet Media.
Tim wasn't paid by Russia. He was paid by a U.S. company the Russians set up to funnel the money to him.
People don't know the value of money. And so as to the numbers listed in these documents, they're probably slightly below market. Not kidding. Not a joke.
But he's lying that these are below market values. And I can tell you that as somebody that makes 7 figures a year on YouTube. He is lying.
I can tell you, like, for a 1 million view video, a brand deal will range anywhere from like $8,000 to $12,000.
But if you don't believe Destiny or ABBA, why not believe Tim when he tells you how much his videos are worth?
A single half-an-hour video would get anywhere from 300 to 500,000 views. I never really did any legit ad reads. Well, if I did sell them, 500,000 could be like 10 to 15 grand.
He said he could get 15 grand if he did an ad read for a 500,000 view video. And you can see he got 96,000 views on Tenet Media's page, and that's a video
with no call to action, with no products being sold, with no affiliate link, with no KPI, no key performance indicators, no minimum viewership thresholds, no incentives for certain viewership thresholds, or for certain products numbers sold, for no content direction.
Nobody is getting $100,000 for 96,000 views. So it's pretty obvious Destiny is right right when he says,
He is lying.
I don't think Tim knew he was in bed with the Russians, but I do think he's primarily about the money and doesn't care about facts or proper research or being a voice for any kind of positive change.
Deep down inside, you know it's true.
I take all media bias ratings with a healthy dose of sodium chloride, and I hope anybody would. 4 years ago, this is what Tim said about NewsGuard.
NewsGuard's ratings are based on circular logic, creating a feedback loop of fake credibility.
Timcast.com is officially NewsGuard certified.
Let's go.
They gave us a score of an 82 out of 100.
So now he's happy with their circular logic and fake credibility. Problem is, in the same video he said,
I am already preparing litigation. NewsGuard, you are being warned, okay? I will be very distinct and clear. NewsGuard fabricated a quote from me.
Wait, what?
And the fact that they fabricated a quote from me crossed the line.
So now he's saying the company that uses circular logic to create a feedback loop of fake credibility lied about him and he may sue them. Surely now Tim would not trust NewsGuard.
That's right.
This is Tim's website on December 3rd, 2024.
Timcast.com has an overall rating of green by NewsGuard. NewsGuard has become the standard for trust and credibility ratings for news.
You must be kidding.
Tim's website says you can trust him because a company that lied about him said that he is a reliable source of information.
That makes no sense at all.
And to make it worse, here's Tim's opinion about people that call him a conservative, which NewsGuard absolutely 100% did.
This is not a conservative show, but if you are in a cult, you wouldn't know that. You would only hear what the cult says. So I think you're in a cult. Right? Okay. I think the cult is derived from algorithms on social media.
But when a company says you are a reliable source of information, you conveniently ignore that they are in a cult. Oh, wait, but there's more.
If I pull up All Sides with 3,770 ratings, Tim Pool is a centrist. But you think I'm conservative because you live in a bubble.
Wrong.
I think you're a conservative because in this video, you showed this image that said you're a conservative and you said NewsGuard could be trusted to accurately rate you.
If All Sides has nearly 4,000 people rating me, and the end result is centrist, I am absolutely not a conservative in this country.
He ignores NewsGuard when they label him a conservative, and now he's using All Sides to prove his show doesn't have a conservative bias. And guess who now says Tim leans conservative?
Who?
All Sides!
Are you serious?
The same company that said 10 months prior he's a centrist now says he leans right. So according to Tim, All Sides now can't be trusted because if you think he's a conservative...
I think you're in a cult.
But where was this rationale when NewsGuard said he was conservative?
Very good question.
3 different companies say Tim is right-leaning, and he says people who call him a conservative are wrong and in a cultish bubble, and yet he uses 2 of those companies to prove he's a source of reliable information.
Like the bloody video.